Hello everyone and welcome to this video. We are excited to have you here, and in this video we will show you how to start and register for the Anaconda Cloud Notebook to begin your journey in cloud computing. Using the Anaconda Cloud Notebook is the fastest and simplest way to directly be able to start with any Python-based video courses materials in less than 1 to 3 minutes from starting your web browser. If you have a Gmail address, a Microsoft account, or a GitHub account, this process is even faster and becomes a near one-click event with a verification code sent to the mail address if you are logged into one of the mentioned accounts. The Anaconda Cloud Notebook is a Jupyter notebook and is prepared with a number of limited Conda environments with Python libraries, which are able to handle in principle all Python-based tasks, regardless if these are about Python coding, data science, data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence, statistics, financial computing, economics, or other tasks. Anaconda currently provides us with free accounts plus some free resources, usually described in high compute seconds or compute resources, plus around 5 gigabytes of free storage. The free accounts are public and not private, and the prepared environments plus base environments are write protected, which means that the installation of other Python libraries are limited by the available storage and requires the creation of new environments with all the required libraries. But what is Anaconda? Anaconda is one of the most widely used Python distribution platforms with over 21 billion downloads and 50 million users since 2012. Today, 95% of Fortune 500 companies and more than 10,000 large enterprises rely on Anaconda to build and manage AI systems effectively. Now we'll show you a short movie with some screens from the ever-developing Anaconda Cloud Notebook registration process and some elementary input into the Anaconda Cloud Notebook, so you can begin with the cloud computing and your Python tasks as fast and convenient as possible. So let's start up your web browsers. Alright, having started our web browsers, we can use Google, Bing, Duck, or any other search engine and search for the Anaconda Cloud Notebook. And here on the screen we have typed Anaconda Cloud Notebook into the search engine and web browser. So let's push the search engine's search button and search for Anaconda Cloud Notebook. And here we have a list of links, and this link appears to be proper. So we push this link and follow it. And here we arrive at the Anaconda Cloud, and this is a web page that seems to be forever in development. Some days there is a code in the cloud button to push, some days there are commercials for Anaconda Cloud, and some days there are a pop-up window offering you to test Anaconda Cloud Notebook or to make a registry for Anaconda Cloud, and some days there's just an empty screen or this Anaconda Cloud page about the toolbox for notebooks. So when you load this web page or a similar web page, don't be surprised if it is somewhat different from the web page in this video. And we will have to accept all the cookies to have the certainty of full functionality of this web page. So let's push accept all cookies. And now we look for the sign up option or the create cloud account options. Sometimes it is triggered automatically as a pop-up, and sometimes it is up in the right upper corner or the middle of the screen. And in this video, the sign up option is in the middle of the screen. So let's push it to create a cloud account. And here we got a pop-up option where we can create a free account. So let's push the create free account button. And here we can see the sign up to register account screen. And if you have, for example, an active Google account, a Microsoft or a GitHub account, you can sign in directly with the active account. Or you can use the sign up button below to trigger a general sign up option, which accepts most mail addresses and requires a password. So we push the sign up button here. And we will sign up with email. And we will enter our email. Use your email address at atomicmail.io. And this is my email address, and you will use your email address. And you must enter a suitable password. And down here you have a box which tests if your behavior is human-like enough to be classified as a human. And I passed this test. And now we are ready to sign up. So we push the sign up with email option. And here we are informed that we need to enter our email box and look for an email with a verification link. So we go to our email box, and I have already logged into mine. And here we open the mail, and we click the verify email link. And we will get some questions here, and this time Anaconda wants to know your first and your last name. So we type our names and push enter. Like this. And now we are asked about our interests in using Anaconda Cloud Notebook and what role we intend to use the Anaconda Cloud Notebook in. And this is also about your expertise, how you define yourself. And in the future, when you use Anaconda Cloud Notebook, this selection may affect what sort of view you are shown. So a data scientist may be shown a different view than a developer and may be recommended to use different cloud tools. So in this case, I will push researcher and you may push data scientist or developer. And we can push next. And here we are asked about our interests in using the Anaconda Cloud Notebook. And here we can push a lot of interests if we like. And we push next. And Anaconda is setting up our workspace. And in this case, we were transported directly into the Anaconda Cloud Notebook. And here we have the option to choose between two environments. And we will start with this environment here, the Anaconda AI 2024-04 Python 3.10 environment. And at the creation of this video, this environment is currently the most modern of the pre-designed available environments. And with the selection of this kernel or environment, the Anaconda Cloud Jupyter Notebook is in principle ready for use with this pre-designed environment. And here we can see a few noteworthy things on this screen. For example, at the top of our screen, we have CPU usage, which shows how much, or rather how many CPU seconds we have available for use this day. And every day, currently, you will receive 1000 compute seconds. And starting up this environment has used 14 compute seconds. And similarly, we have another important thing here, which is the disk usage. And here we can see that we have used 0% of our 5 gigabytes, which we are provided for free from Anaconda. And we can also see that we have 1 of 10 kernels active. And if we click this kernel button, we get a pop-up display that shows us that this kernel which we selected is the active AI 2024-04 Anaconda kernel. So let's close this pop-up window. And now it is time to start coding. So let's type some code to show how it functions. And here we can type code. So we can type print hello world. And welcome to this video. And we can push the run button up here to run the code. So let's run this code. And as you can see, the machine typed hello world and welcome to this video. And as you can see, if you hover over the CPU usage, a few compute seconds were consumed by this operation. And here we have another important button, which is the disk button, which is able to save your work and your programs and your data and to create checkpoints. And this is very important when you work with programming code, that you save your code and your data. And now we'll take a quick look at some Anaconda Cloud Notebook special instructions and check the environment and explain why the environment is suitable and useful for most Python, data science, machine learning, AI, or data analysis tasks. So we will type Conda environment list. And this will list all our accessible environments. So let's run this Conda code. And here we can see that we have the Conda environment. We have a base environment. We have a number of other environments available. And we can see that our current active environment, the Anaconda AI 2024-04 with Python 3.10 is marked with a star as the active environment. And this is important to keep track on when you start to become advanced with Anaconda Cloud Notebook and or other Anaconda installations which uses the Conda package management system. And the list of available pre-designed environments is controlled by Anaconda, and changes are often made to the list or which Python version or other libraries are included. And Anaconda is in control of this, and they do a very good job at keeping this environment working and loaded for effective use. So what we will do now is that we will check the contents of an environment, and we will be a bit more specific about what and why this environment is useful to you right now at this time. And to do this, we may and we will type Conda list. And when we run this code, it will show us all the packages and libraries which are used within our active environment. So let's run this code. And here we got a few warnings. And we will now have a display of the libraries in the active environment. And the libraries which usually are the most useful when we are talking about Python-based videos are modern versions of Python, Matplotlib, and possibly Pandas and Seaborn. And in this list, we can see that we have all of these libraries present. So for example, we have Matplotlib 3.8. We have Pandas 2.1.4. We have Python 3.10.13. And we have Seaborn 0.12.2. And now we know that we have many necessary libraries present and ready for use in our environment. And now you are able to begin to use Anaconda Cloud Notebook for Python coding and Python courses. And here in the Anaconda Jupyter Cloud Notebook and also the Explore Anaconda page, you have access to lots of options for exploring the Anaconda Cloud. And you can explore these options as you please, And in my personal opinion, one of the perhaps most important recent and developing additions may be the new environments for specialties ranging from financial math to Python starter environments. So all right, let us now print. We look forward to see you in the next video. We look forward to see you in the next video. And we run this code, and the machine says, we look forward to see you in the next video.